Okay, so hello again. Today we're going to do what a couple of you have picked. I asked all of you, what would you like to learn how to cook? And you guys came up with sausage. So we're going to show you, I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can do that, okay? So here is a couple of raw sausages, okay? And I've actually started boiling some, and I'll show you about that in a second. So when you boil the sausage, you want to make sure that you boil it for 10 minutes, okay? Sausage is usually made out of pork. The ones that I have boiling now are actually made out of chicken. My wife and daughter don't eat pork, so my son and I do, so those are the pork sausages there, and I can eat both. So I'll probably have half of one of those sausages. My son will have 1.5, and then I'll probably have a piece of chicken sausage too. So what I'm going to do with these that I'm boiling is I'm going to boil them for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to brown them to put some crisp on the outside, okay? And then these we're going to bake. So what I did is I've already set the oven for 400, and as you can see, it's preheating, all right? So what you want to do is, before you put sausage down, now sausage can get pretty sticky. So what you want to do is I have a little pan here, and I'm just going to rip off what's called parchment paper, okay? So you lay the parchment paper down. That's actually a little too big, all right? So I'm going to, got to switch it around here. All right, so I'm actually going to rip another piece here. Make sure that it's not too big. Great, okay? Now I'll flip it around, and I can take the sausage and put it on there. All right, what the parchment paper will do is make sure that it doesn't stick, all right, to the pan, and that would be very difficult to clean. This makes cleanup a lot easier. I'm going to take this and throw this out. I'll fold that piece up and use it for another meal, all right? The other way I cook sausage is in a crock pot. So, you ever hear that beep there? So as you can see, the preheat light is off. That means that the oven is preheated, okay? So I have the oven here, and I can stick it in here. And this one is really simple. At 400 degrees, it will take 30 minutes. So I'm going to put the timer on, move up till I hit 30, and then hit start, all right? And that'll be done, and we will show you a quick video at the end. I'll do one little side video so you can kind of see what it looks like at the end meal, okay? So the other way to do it is in a crock pot, all right? So with a crock pot, all you have to do is you put the sauce in, and that's what I usually use. I guess you could put, some water in and kind of do it the same way if you like the boiled sausage, but usually with the crock pot, I do it with the sauce. And then you hit the cook time, and you could put it at 8 hours, all right? So what it does is 2 things. One, it cooks the sausage through, but the sausage also adds another layer of flavor to your sauce. So you can use a jarred sauce, or you can use some crushed tomatoes. That's what I do. Throw a little seasoning in there like oregano in with the crushed tomatoes, maybe some garlic, and then add the sausage. And we're using spicy sausage, and it'll add a nice flavor to your sauce. So you can put it over pasta and have sausage with pasta, okay? So this, like I said, is the first way I showed you, is that we're boiling it, right? So I put those in about 9 minutes ago, so we have another minute before it's cooked all the way through. But because I'm going to brown it, all right, I can easily turn it off now. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to lower it to medium heat, okay? And then I'm just going to take a plate here, and I'm going to take my tongs and just quickly put them on a plate for right now, okay? And there are the 5 chicken sausages, all right? And now I can take this. I'm just going to turn this around here, a little steamy. I'm going to quickly do a wash. Okay. Good. Obviously, with the boiling water, it won't take too much. It looks like I spilled a little water down my shirt here. Good. My towel, do that. And there we are, okay? So now, I can take this back, all right? I'm just gonna get some cooking spray. Here, I have an olive oil cooking spray, but any kind of Pam or anything will do, all right? Now I can take these and put them back in, okay? 4 and 5. You can kind of hear that they're starting to go. I'm just going to put this plate in the sink here. Great. And you can see it. If you want to, if you have this type of pan, you can actually cover it, okay? And now you can see how it's kind of fogging up. So hot air rises. So if you put the cover on it, the air, the hot air comes through and even cooks the inside of those sausages even more. Like I said earlier, the last thing you want to do is eat any type of raw meat. You want to make sure that the meat is cooked all the way through, especially with chicken and pork. You can really get sick for any type of meat that's not cooked properly, but those two are the most serious. Beef is a little less. You can get a little, that's why they ask you, do you want it rare, medium rare, well done, medium well, all right? They never ask that with chicken or pork, right? They want it cooked all the way through, okay? So I'm just going to show you, okay? And see how it's already starting to brown a little bit? Obviously, that's a little bit better, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this off, okay? There'll be a second video, which you'll see the finished product of that, okay? It's already starting to brown. I'm going to put it back on, all right? And then the next video will show the finished product, not only of this, all right, but of the sausages we have in the oven, all right? So that's video number 1. Second video will be pretty short. It's just to show you how they were completed, and you'll see the browned up sausages that we can have for dinner or for lunch the next day. See you soon.